Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Global. Following up on my previous video about Hakka people, I traveled here to Chengqi Lou, the world's largest Tulou, indicated on this record. Now in this video, I'm not only going to visit this Tulou, but also many Tulous within Yongding County. And also I'm going to stay overnight in this largest Tulou to show you the life in this dwelling. First of all, Fujian Tulou, also called earth buildings, are Chinese rural dwellings unique to the Hakka people in the mountainous areas. They were mostly built between the 12th and the 20th centuries. Some of them are round, while some of them are rectangle. There was a funny story during the Cold War. The US Army saw them from the satellite image and thought they were nuclear silos. After checking in my guest house within Chengqi Lou, the owner's wife showed us the Chengqi Lou and the other Tulous nearby. This building, known as the King of Tulous, began the construction in the Chongzhen period of Ming Dynasty. To be precise, in 1628, making it almost 400 years old. The pattern of coins on the floor at the entrance signifies prosperity, reflecting the ancestors' belief in walking on wealth every day to attract good fortune.
陈启楼呢，是我们的15代祖先江启程给提的名，承前启后，所以看我们旁边的门帘。承前祖德勤和俭，启后孙谋独一根。我们要继承祖先勤劳简朴的高尚品德，启示我们后辈子孙呢，把读书和耕种，就这两个作为重点去发扬。这也是客家人比较关注的两个方向，比较勤劳种田，也比较重视这个后辈的教育。然后在外面还有一个值得看的地方，就是门的上方，拱门的上方有2个孔，有没有看到？正好在春和景明，就是上联的两侧，
看到有2个小洞。
对，那2个小洞呢，就是建楼的时候，以前呢，它就是有连通水槽在2楼的，主要是防止敌人如果用火来去攻木门的话呢，里面可以浇水出来，就是灭火用的。如果有人靠近的话呢，还可以把水烧开了，就是灌热水出来去烫人家，不让人家靠近。那个1986年的时候，我国邮电部发行的一组中国民居系列的邮票。全国很多地方都有发行，我们福建省呢，就是以我们在的这个承启楼它的图案为代表，发行到了全世界，而且呢，在日本被评为最佳邮票。
This monumental structure is a village in itself. At its peak, this building housed more than 600 people from 80 families. It is known for its unique architectural design, featuring 4 concentric circular layouts. The building is a testament to the tradition of communal living in a clan system. So there is a limerick that goes like this.
高4层，内4圈，上上下下400间，圆中圆，圈套圈，历经沧桑数百年。你记住这首打油诗呢，你就知道它的规模了。就是4层4圈，400多个房间，然后将近400年。
The outermost circle is the living area, with the first floor being the kitchen and dining rooms, the second floor being the granary, and the third and fourth floor being bedrooms. There is a distinctive feature of wardrobes outside of the rooms, due to the rule that workers must change into clean clothes before entering the living room.
因为我们这个楼啊，住的人特别多，然后呢，这相当于是一个族规吧，把这个地方当临时衣柜，因为我们以前的人都是干农活，干活回来都是泥巴比较脏，我们的族长有规定的，你必须换上干净的衣服才可以上楼，因为楼梯是公用的。如果今天是你搞脏了被发现了，以后楼里的卫生你就来负责了，所以大家都会去遵守。
And on the upper floors, this part of the corridor can be used for sun-drying vegetables or clothes. The building surrounds a courtyard and leads to the third ring, which houses 20 private schools solely for girls. These private schools were cleverly designed with skylights for natural lighting due to the absence of electricity in those times. The schools were divided into different classrooms based on the age and subject, each with its own teacher. Today, these rooms have become shops for tourists coming from all over the world.
我们二环一共有36间公用的会客厅，以前最早是4个儿子嘛，每家呢分到9间。谁家有客人来了，只要会客厅是空置的，没有人坐，都可以把自己家的茶叶带上自己家的客人呢，到里面去招待。
不是固定哪一家是哪几间？
不是的，以前没有私有化，现在都私有化了，因为后面的房子都不够用了嘛。我们家的会客厅也分了一间，就是在我们家爷爷那一代分到他手上的。
Here, even when two people walking side by side would find it rather crowded. This was intentionally designed as part of the building's defense system. Should an exterior barrier be breached, any invader would find it challenging to infiltrate further due to this construction. As an old Chinese poem says, one man can hold the pass against 10,000 enemies. Invaders could only proceed one at a time, making the interior design of the building similar to a labyrinth. Even guests who have stayed for a couple of days still find themselves getting lost easily. The center of Tulou, despite its small size, serves as the primary location for important family meetings and events, including weddings and other significant ceremonies. Here, the clan also showcases its academic achievements, proudly displaying the names of 32 successful scholars from ancient times. You can see here that they all have the same family name, Jiang. It also holds the honor of having 2 brothers who passed the imperial examination at the same time, an event commemorated with a plaque. Beyond this, the building complex is also associated with numerous other accomplished individuals, including over 40 graduates, scholars, doctors, and professors.
那这个是民国31年的时候，我们民国政府主席林森给我们陈启楼题的3个字笔画炉，是说我们陈启楼是一个妙笔生花出人才的地方。然后门的两旁呢各有一幅图案，这2幅图案呢其实也蛮有寓意的。我们左边的图案，这个有个花瓶，上面有喜鹊，喜气洋洋。花瓶里面呢有刀啊、剑啊、笔呀、还有莲花，代表的是连连出人才、文武双全的意思。这边的花瓶呢，旁边有一个南瓜，南瓜代表多子多福嘛。然后呢，花瓶里面呢，除了刀和剑之外呢，还有羽毛和金钗。其实呢，这个是对女孩子的一个期望，就是女孩子多子多福，要美丽，要聪慧。那边呢是对男生的。地上呢这2个图案呢，相当于是像我们的祖训：一圆一方，无规矩不成方圆。就是我们做人要讲规矩。
Now, Chengqi Lou has a history of more than 300 years. In fact, if you consider the start of the construction, it has a history of almost 400 years because it took 81 years to complete it. Now, what does 81 years mean? It means that the person who initiated the construction will not have a chance to live inside, or at least not before it is fully completed. And that's something that is interesting about Chinese culture, is that it's about family, it's about the next generation, the generations to come. Chinese people often value family and continuation of the bloodline, as it is not only a way to maintain family honor, but also a representation of social responsibility and duty. And that's quite different compared to some of the Western values or Western cultures, where individual freedom, rights, and pursuits are considered to be utmost important. And that's sometimes very interesting when you think about it. The construction of Tulou is a fascinating aspect, which reflects the diligence and wisdom of the Hakka people. Now let's see how the Tulous were constructed in the past. The first step was to choose the location for the building. they selected locations with mountains behind and water in front. With mountains at the back, they can grow tea trees and fruit trees for economic purposes. The front part with water allowed them to cultivate rice and other crops so that they can feed the whole claim. Now, during the construction of Tulou, materials such as clay bricks, stones, and wood were used. The outer circle was constructed first and then the inner ones. This is to make sure the Tulou can defend anyone that tries to invade the building. Another interesting aspect about Tulou is that their highest floor contains windows so that they can monitor their surroundings and defend the complex. At the beginning of the construction, they first built the framework and later construct the floors and other components. However, the construction of the outer circle of this Tulou alone took more than 41 years. Actually, Tulou in Yongding, Fujian are rather special because only buildings with more than 3 floors can be called Tulou. In Guangdong province, however, many buildings built by Hakka people are called Weilou because they don't have 3 floors. Besides Chengqi Lou, there is Qiaofu Lou, which is the newest and smallest building in town. It is called Qiaofu Lou because it was constructed with contribution from 3 Chinese brothers that were living abroad, one in US, one in Singapore, and one in Malaysia. The 3 brothers sent money to the only brother that stayed in their hometown to build their home. This is the reason that Western design elements are present in this Tulou. In the past, people living in one Tulou share the same surname, and within Qiaofu Lou lived the Xu family. This Tulou is also called the Doctor's Tulou because 11 doctors were educated from this Tulou. Hakka people placed great emphasis on education, and this is no difference between girls or boys. On the other hand side, Hakka people kept the traditions so that only boys can inherit wealth from the family. Another interesting aspect about this Tulou is that many TV programs and production teams have chosen this Tulou for filming because it is relatively new and modern, but also because the ownership is simple. They just need to negotiate with one family. And this is the 4th generation of Xu family. When entering Shizhe Lou, we bumped into a funeral. Hence, we didn't have the chance to really walk around the Tulou. As you can see, many old traditions have been kept here during the funeral. After visiting the King of Tulou cluster, we went to the Prince of Tulou Scenic area. This is a sizable tourist attraction that includes more than 10 large Tulous. Behind me is Zhencheng Lou, also called the Prince of Tulou. So let's have a look inside. Zhencheng Lou is one of the most famous and well-preserved examples of Fujian Tulou. Its layout is a double ring design. The outer ring has 4 floors, while the inner ring is 2 floors high. Inside Zhencheng Lou is elegant and well-preserved. After 100 years, many locals are still living in it. And we even saw people cooking in this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Outside of the main building, there are 2 side buildings extending from the main building, which is a major difference from the other Tulous. Yongding, in the Qing dynasty, was an important area for tobacco cultivation. And the founders of Zhencheng Lou, 3 brothers from Ling family, made their fortune from producing tobacco knives. 你好。
这边这个是樱花工厂。
哦。
我们之前楼主也就是在这边起家致富的，这边有4袋樱刀，可以看一下了解吗？这个是属于是第1代的烟刀，最早最原始的。当年我们的曾祖父是靠第1代的烟刀起家，日升牌烟刀，这个是最早的哈。这个是属于是第2代的烟刀，像铡刀一样的，这是第3代半机械化的。到这个后面的话呢，是有机械化的一代先进。人盖起这么大的这个房，就是靠这个工具而上去的。
哦，我以为是靠卖这个烟起来的。
先有烟，后有烟。
So behind me on the other side of the river, there are 3 Tulous. 2 of them are in rectangle shape and 1 of them in circle. And let's have a look. Jingyang Lou is a rectangle-shaped Tulou that is pretty old and largely retained its original appearance. Qiaofu Lou is a round-shaped Tulou, and today it has been used as hotels and restaurants. Yangling Lou is a rectangle-shaped Tulou, and you can see that there are still locals living in this one. If you are interested in seeing more Tulous in Fujian, you can find some exterior and interior footage of Fujian Tulou at the end of this video. They represent the most famous Tulou clusters in Fujian. After our visit in the Prince of Fujian Tulou Scenic area, I went back to Chengqi to experience the life in a traditional Tulou. So this is going to be our room tonight. I mean, this is really simple. There's not that much in the room, so let's have a look around. I feel like this is from the last century. The walls are covered by old newspaper from 1994. And you can even see this photo of President Mao and Primary Zhou on the wall. There is a fan, a bed, and a bench in the room, but that's pretty much it. Since there is no bathroom inside the building, a portable chamber pot is provided in each room, just like the old days. So that's it for our video today. What do you think about the Tulou in Fujian? And would you like to give it a try to stay overnight here? If you have any comments, questions, or topics that you would like to see in our next videos, feel free to comment in the section below. If you enjoyed our video today and our channel, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share so that more people can see our awesome videos in the future. Here, we inspire learning, exchange, and business. Thank you so much for watching, and good night. See you in the next video.